This is a 2004 Toyota Corolla. All right, we are experiencing braking issues. When we press the brake pedal, it goes straight to the floor. A known problem with these vehicles is the master cylinder has a bad seals inside the plunger mechanism, and so we're going to replace that today. All right, so here's just a little bit of the parts I got. This right here is the part number I ordered from Rock Auto. All right, and here's a little bleeder kit. It's a master bleeder kit. It's a Dorman part number 13911. All right, should have everything we need there. We also got some brake fluid. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to bench bleed a master cylinder on the car. Okay, because we don't have a bench outside. So it's real easy. I'm going to go ahead and remove the old master cylinder. Okay. This right here is 10 millimeter. Okay. Down here's a 12 millimeter. All right. So you got a 10 and a 12. Let me come over here. And right back here, this one here is another brake line. That's a 10. And then right here on the firewall, can you see that? Right there is a 12 millimeter. Okay, and then we got one electrical plug we got to remove right here, low fluid sensor, and that's it. So it's pretty simple to remove the old master cylinder, and I'm going to go ahead and do that and come back at you. Alright, so let's get started removing this master cylinder. What I got here is a 12 millimeter and an extension on my ratchet, and got some room in here now. Pretty much take this one right out. Pretty loose. Okay. You guys see that? It's only two 12 millimeter bolts on the back of the firewall. Alright, and the other one is over here on this side. Okay, let's move this box over a little bit. Get in here. Okay, let's see. See that? See where we're at? The ratchet. It's going back here. Alright, nothing to that. Pretty simple. Probably get the rest of that by hand here. Got it. Okay, now they got the 10 millimeter right here. Now they do make line wrenches for this, okay? Get a line wrench. I got a nice, see this one's nice and wide. It's pretty thick, 10 millimeter. And it gets on there pretty good, okay? There we go, see that? Loose already, ready to go. Come right out. They do make the line wrench though. The line wrench is a lot better. It's the right tool. But if you don't have one, 10 millimeters is doing the job. All right. So we don't really need to get this too far out of there, bend it up or anything. We're just gonna move this up a little bit once it gets loose. And then we can go ahead and see right there. And we can go ahead and move it to the side a little bit. All right, and we got this one down here in the back. See if you can see that one. See that there? All right. 10 millimeter. There we go. Alright. Just get that loose. You're gonna have some fluid coming out now. And you can see that we got fluid dripping, so get your drain pan out. You're gonna lose a little bit of brake fluid doing this. Don't want to stain up anything. Alright. Get that out by hand. Okay, there we go. And that's out. Alright. Get this here out of the way. Okay. So next, what we're gonna do is this bracket here can be moved off a little bit. Okay. Get that out of the way. Okay, just move that over a little bit, not too much. Alright, so the only thing left we have to do now is disconnect this right here. Okay, it's got a little push tab. See that? So you just push the tab in and then wiggle it out. I'm gonna have to probably use 2 hands for this. I'm gonna see if I put the camera down here and get that. Alright, I'll be back with you guys. I gotta use 2 hands for this one. Alright, here we go. I got it already. But you push this tab in and you pull it. Alright, and it comes out nice and easy like that. See that? Alright, it's got a little O-ring there and the sensor. Okay, don't damage that. Alright, now that we got our sensor removed, we can go ahead and remove our master cylinder from the brake booster. Alright, so here's our new one. And as you can see, there's an O-ring there. So we're going to have to pop the O-ring out of this. Alright, just get a little screwdriver and push it out. You should be able to just wiggle it loose like that. Alright, there we go. There it is. Now you can go ahead and check on yours if that seal's leaking back there in this back here, right here where that shaft is. Alright, you will have to probably replace the brake booster because this will eat up that diaphragm inside. Okay, so make sure to check that. Alright, now we're just going to go ahead and put our new one in place. Alright, there's a shaft inside here. Alright, and we got to line that shaft up with the push rod. Okay, that push rod comes off of our brake pedal. See that? And then they're lined up. Slide that back in. Make sure you're all good. And we'll put those nuts back on place. Okay. Alright, well, I'll be back at you when I get the nuts all ready and we'll go around tighten it up. Okay, back at you. Alright, we got our nuts started, finger tight. Now we're going to put the ratchet on there and snug them down. Okay. So this is tightening up the nuts to the master cylinder to the brake booster. Alright, we made sure to line the shaft up into the plunger of the master cylinder, and we'll check that all out here in a minute. Gotta get this tightened down. This is a pretty long threaded bolt. Alright, we're getting snug now. Alright, we'll go to the other side. Okay, what we're going to do is go ahead and install the sensor again. Put this right inside of here. Okay, the tab should be facing us. Right here's the tab. Let me get you guys a better view of that. Alright, so this is the brake fluid level sensor. We're going to reinstall that into our new master cylinder. So here's the tab right here. This is facing towards the front of the vehicle. And we're going to slide that inside. You know what? That's no good. Alright, so it appears that we have pulled out the entire fluid level sensor from our old brake fluid reservoir. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and disconnect this tab, okay? And right here like that, we just took the old sensor off. Here's what it should look like when you removed it, okay? We actually ended up pulling the entire sensor out of the reservoir. So we're going to go ahead and plug this back in. Alright, see that? Nice and easy. There we go, nice click. Alright, so, and then we're going to tighten that bolt up down there, that little nut. Alright, so now the next thing that we're going to have to do is bench bleed this master cylinder. Now you're like, I know, he's got it on the car. How are we going to do that? There's no bench. Well, the bench is only needed if you want to do it with a vise on the bench, you know, which is fine. You can do that. We're going to bleed it right here on the car. Alright, yeah, if you want to do it on the bench, basically what you do is you lock this down into a vise instead of bolting it to the vehicle. And instead of using the brake pedal to push the plunger, you would use a screwdriver or something like that to push in the master cylinder piston. But we're just going to go ahead and use our brake pedal. And I'm going to show you guys how to hook that up. Right now we're going to be using this here. It's a Dorman Master Bleeder Kit. Part number is 13911. Alright, so we're back. I went ahead and opened that up. I found the blue ones fit. Okay, the blue ones fit. So that's what we're trying to put in here in the back one now. Once you get those in, sometimes you can buy a master cylinder that comes with a bleeder kit. Probably your better idea. But so far this kit has everything we needed. I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. Alright, get it nice and snug, and then we can install the hoses. Alright, we got two hoses here. So we're going to go ahead and put our hoses on. See that? I took out the screen so we can put our hose deep down in here. You see this? Hose has to go down inside. Okay, gotta get it down in there. Alright, same thing back here. Just push that hose on. Alright, and then feed it down inside of here. Alright, and then we want to put some brake fluid inside. So basically what we're doing is when we pump the pedal, the fluid's going to get pushed up into here and then back in. Alright. And by bleeding, this is going to allow it to purge all the air and effectively allow you to bleed the rest of your brake system out. Once you crack any line on a brake system, you should bleed them to get all the air out of the lines, because you compress air but you can't compress a fluid. And if you have air in your lines, your brake pedal will feel like a sponge, and that's what will happen. We're going to go ahead and overfill this a little bit because we're going to have to bleed the system anyway. So that's it for out here. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside the vehicle and pump the brake pedal, and you know what, I'll set the camera up out here, that way you can watch the bubbles come up. Alright, back at you. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside the vehicle now and pump the pedal, and you guys can watch the bubbles come out right here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead in the vehicle now. Alright, as you can see, the brake fluid level has gone down. I'm going to go ahead and add more fluid to the system. Bring our fluid level back up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead back inside the vehicle and pump the pedal just a couple more times, and you guys can watch the bubbles and all the action out here. Alright, that's it. So we are done bench bleeding a master cylinder on the vehicle. So yeah, you saw that. We just hooked up the master bleeder kit. Alright, let's run through this real quick. It's got a little fitting here, and the hose runs around inside the fluid reservoir. Same thing on the back. Okay, and basically you're just cycling fluid through the master cylinder and getting the air out. The next step is to connect your brake lines and then bleed out the entire car system, but we're going to do that. We're not going to put that on video. This video is just to demonstrate on how to bench bleed a master cylinder on the vehicle. and we have accomplished that. All right, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much. Hope this helps you guys out.